Hey guys, it's your boy Philip93. How you guys doing out there? Today I am doing a tutorial video on how to use Octagon while playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. Now, the game came out about 2 weeks ago. There's a real surgence of new people playing the card game, which is good. I'm glad a lot of people are playing it and enjoying it. But there's also this software called Octagon that allows people to play, the card game, just like how you have TTS allowing people to play the card game. But within those new people coming to play the card game on Octagon, they don't really know how to do the setup for the game and the controls basically for it. So that's what I'm here for today. I am going to show you all the steps you need, or all the steps you need to do to fully enjoy the game all together on Octagon. So let's say you downloaded Octagon, you downloaded the game software, and then you also already made your deck and you saved it. So now you want to challenge somebody. And so you go to this screen that looks like this right here. So you see somebody playing Super, you join them. If they like you or whatever, they want to play you, then this screen shows up when they accept you. And so now, as you can see, it's blanked and there's two sides, one side on here and the other side over there. So what do you do? Where's my deck? How do I get started? Well, at the top left side of the screen, where you go to game, you can load your deck. That's right here. You can either load it by clicking on load deck, or you can control L it. There's hotkeys in this game that actually help you do stuff a whole lot more faster, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So what you do is you go ahead, it'll automatically load all the decks that you have saved from the deck creator. So go ahead and choose a deck. All right, let's go to Frieza Clan, because I've been working on that one. And you open it. So this is what it should look like. You have your empty hand that's right here. You have your deck list. Then you have your drop area. Then you have your life area. And then of course you got your leader area. Now, before you do anything else, I must state this. Before you draw your 6 cards, always remember to shuffle your deck, because if you don't, the deck just gets loaded from when you create it from the deck menu. So if you created whatever and you put 4 cards in that first slot, well, guess what? It's going to give you nothing but those 4 cards. So always remember to shuffle your deck. That is key. So okay, so you ask, how do I shuffle my deck? Well, it's very easy. There's 2 ways you can shuffle your deck. If you put your mouse over the deck and you right click it, there's a little thing that shows shuffle, and that can shuffle your deck. But also there's a hotkey for it. If you hit Control S, that will also shuffle your deck, and that's a whole lot faster than trying to move your mouse and then right click and then scroll down to shuffle. So let's shuffle, and then here's Control S. Whole lot more faster, isn't it? Okay, so let's say you shuffled your deck. It's like, okay, I want to bring my leader out. So what you do, you go ahead, drag and drop, and bam, you got your Frieza leader. Okay, so you got your Frieza leader. So now you got to draw, you got your leader out. So now you got to draw 6 cards. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can either drag and drop. Well, there's 3 ways. You can drag and drop to your hand. You either right click and draw that way, or you can Control D, which will also let you draw. Or if you want to draw even faster, you go down to Control X, or you hit Draw X as you just right click on the mouse, and you can type in the number of what you want to draw. So since we already have 3, let's complete the hand. Boom, I just drew 3 cards. Pretty simple. But guess what, guys? I'm about to show you a secret to skip all the steps that you just did. I'm about to show you the fastest way. This is just to help you for like later on in the game when you actually do have to draw cards. These are some of the ways that it's faster of doing it. But if you're just starting off the game from just loading your deck into the game, there's a whole lot faster way. So let's shuffle. We know we're not even going to shuffle the deck again. What we're going to do, we're going to right click on the board. You can either hit F12 or you can click on setup game. And what that will do, it will automatically draw you your 6 cards and it will bring your leader out to the board. Bam. Saves a whole lot more time than dragging and dropping and then drawing your 6 cards. Okay, so let's say you like your 6 cards, you got your leader out. Okay, I need to set up my life area. How do I do that? There's one of two ways. Just like drag and dropping, you can drag it all the way to the life area, or what you can do, right click on your mouse. You can either select set up life or hit the F10. That makes it a whole lot more faster. So let's go to just set up life, and then bam, you got all 8 cards. Okay, so how do you decide who goes first? Well, if you right click on the board with your mouse, there's 2 choices: roll a dice or flip a coin. Everybody pretty much uses roll a dice, so you can either roll the dice or hit Control R. And at the chat screen down here, it says Filk93 rolls 18 on a 20-sided dice. So your opponent rolls a dice. So let's say they roll 19. The highest person goes first. So now the game, this is where the game actually begins. So now your opponent can charge energy and all that other stuff. So okay, so how can I charge energy? There's 2 ways you can charge energy. One, go to your hand and you can either double click it, boom, you can charge your energy that way, or you can right click on it and then you can click on charge energy, or you can use Control E. Now I haven't used Control E. I guess you would have to hover over the card and hit and hit Control E, then boom, charge. So remember, these hotkeys actually do save you a lot of time. Okay, so now you say, all right, I charged one of my energies, so now I want to play one of my character cards. How do I tap it? Well, it's easy. What you do is just double click and then boom. And since we're going to bring out Frost, and so boom, there's Frost right here. So that's how you sort of bring out the character cards. You just sort of drag and drop. They're pretty much the ones you just got to drag and drop with. Okay, so now let's say like you want to look at your top 3 or top 7 cards, because let's say you just have 2. You got 2 energies ready, and so okay, I want to use Frost's effect. So you would tap 2. You would tap 2. Now the way you can look at like the top 7 cards, or even look through your deck, what you have to do is you have to right click on top of the deck, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you have 2 choices. You can look at the top X number of cards or all the cards. So let's say you have Boma, God Tempter Boma, and when you play her, she allows you to get Wiz to a Wiz to your hand. So for you to do that, you would just click on all cards, and then whatever Wiz card you would add it basically. Okay, but since we're using Frost effect, let's just look at the top 7 cards. So we're going to hit top X cards and type in 7 and just hit OK. So boom, there. So let's say you found the card that you're able to get. You will reveal it to your opponent by either dropping it to the board and then taking it to your hand, or in this case of Frost, I'll just evolve it directly onto him. Simple as that. That's pretty much how you just look into the cards. Now, speaking of earlier, when I was talking about Whis' Boma getting Whis to their hand, you know how he has his effect? He has this effect that you can charge the top card of your deck as an energy. The way you do that, you just right click on your deck and then you just click on top card as energy. Bam! Simple and easy as that. Okay, so let's say you have pretty much everything tapped. So now is your turn. Well, speaking of turns, how do you know, how do you end your turn, and how do you know when it's your turn? Now, since I'm playing by myself, there will be another person that has their name, their hand size, their life, and then this play button. For the when you're done with your turn, what you would do is, not on your name but on your opponent's name, you would click on that play button and it would tell you turn 1 is Filk 93, or it would say turn 1 is so and so, whoever you're playing. And then when they're done with your turn, they would click that play button and then it will say turn 2 is so and so. So that's one way you can to tell your opponent that, okay, I end my turn, it is now your turn. Okay, so now say, okay, it's your turn. You draw your card. It's like, okay, I gotta untap a bunch of stuff and I don't feel like double tapping. There's one or two ways you can untap cards. Well, there's three ways. You can double tap, you can right click on the board and hit untap all, or you can hit F1 and it untaps everything. And there you go. That's how you untap cards and how you tap cards. Now let's say your opponent finally has you down to 4 or less health and you want to awaken your leader. Well, the one way you can awake your leader is you hover your mouse over your leader, right click, and then when that screen pops up, awaken. Bam. That's how you awaken your leader in OCTGN on Dragon Ball Super. Now, okay, now that's all well and all, but now you want to learn how to attack or target another character or another card. So let's say my opponent has, let's go with Berter on the other field. I want my Frieza back. So let's say you want to attack Berter. Let's say he's in rested mode. There's two ways you can target a card. One, you hold down shift, drag and drop, and you can target that way. It's very simple. Now, after a while, you know, dragging and dropping gets boring after some time. So if you want to get rid of the arrow, all you gotta do is hold down shift and then just click anywhere on the board. It doesn't matter where. Well, no, it does matter. You have to click on your card that you're targeting. That gets rid of the arrow. Or you can do it the other way. You can tap your card and you can tap the character card that you're targeting. And so that's one way that you can target other cards on the field. Or you can even target your card. So let's say if your card has an effect, you can just tap your card, telling your opponent that, saying that, okay, I'm using his effect, and you go ahead and do the thing and then untap your card when you're done. I mean, not untap it, but, you know, control, click, and then boom. And so everybody knows that in that's been learning to play Dragon Ball Super, the card game, that when you're in combo mode, not combo mode, but when you're about to fight, it takes sort of steps of everything that goes through. Well, this is the lingo, or the lingual, however you want to pronounce it. Let's say he's still rested. So let's say, okay, I'm targeting Unseasoned Evolution Frost. He's going to attack Berter. So let's say my opponent has some energy on their field. We're just going to give them some. Booyah. Yeah. One more. Let's get one more. Okay, now you know, if they had a card to negate with, they can. So let's say if he is going to negate the attack, he would just tap and then play whatever card that negates my attack to the field. But if he's not going to negate the attack, what he would do down here in the box, he would type NN. Now what NN means, it means no negate, which means they're not going to negate whatsoever. And I can't even spell negate. N-E-G-A-T-E. Yeah. Haha. Okay. So now, if he's not going to negate, now is my turn, and I can decide to combo if I want to. And comboing just works just as well as like you're tapping something else, like tapping a regular card on the field. So let's combo. So I'm going to bring out the Daria, and I'm going to combo with this guy. So now he's 20,000. Oh no, what? Well, I can't. Let's just tap, bring out Frieza, and yeah. So now Frost now has 25,000 attack. So let's say my opponent, he says, okay, I'm not going to combo. I'm just going to let the attack go 3. So he will put NC, and what NC means, no combo. So it makes stuff a lot easier, because we know a lot of people don't have mics or Discord, so they can't voice chat over. It's like, yeah, no combo or whatever, no negate. So basically NN is pretty much usually used, and then NC is pretty much used. You also have EC, which means end combo, but nobody really uses it, because they'll just say like, okay, he has 25k, you're gonna combo or not. But make sure you do those steps. So if I'm attacking, it's me, I'm targeting this person, you either no negate or you use the blockers effect. And then if you don't negate, I can combo, or I may combo, but I may not. They can combo after they're comboing. Whoever has the highest attack after that, either you're safe or the monster, or the character is gone. Okay, so let's say now you have pretty much a lot of stuff on the field. Your opponent is running blue, and he just played his 8th blue energy. So you feel devastating Burris is about to be played. So let's say you have no cards in hand. Well, I don't feel like dragging and dropping every single one of these cards to the drop area. Well, there's an easy quick fix. You want to click on the board and hold down, click and hold, and then drag over all the cards that you want to get rid of. And what will happen is a yellow highlighter around the card will happen. What you do, you just click, drag, and hold all the way to the drop area, and boom, that's how you can pretty much get rid of your whole field without having to drag and drop all the time. And so guys, that is pretty much it for the tutorial on how to get everything set up for Octagon, or how to play. And so guys, I really hope this tutorial actually helped you guys to play faster, or get you more acquainted with the mechanics of the game on Octagon. And so yeah, I just hope if you guys really liked it or enjoyed it. Oh, I will be making deck lists, but I won't be making like top tier deck lists. I'll leave those to the other guys, like from the YouTube channel All About You or Theo Gaming. They guys do some top-notch work on top tier deck lists. I'm gonna be more of the guys like, you know what, I'm gonna create a fun deck and I'm just gonna run it. I know I'm not gonna win, but I have a couple of ideas of decks that I wanna do. The first deck I'm probably gonna do is this Frieza deck. I call it the Frieza Clan, so it has the majority of all the Frieza Clan cards all mixed into one, and bringing up the rear of the home guy is cooler. Yes, I love that card. That card is amazingly fun. Now, I may not win games, but I like making decks for fun. I like making creative decks, and I have a couple of ideas that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this one. I don't know when I'm gonna record it. Probably sometime this weekend. I'll put it up on YouTube or whatever. But guys, I really do hope you enjoyed. I hope this was very helpful for you, and if you liked it, great. Get more people involved in the Octagon. We want to get Dragon Ball Super, out there. We want to get it out there. And also, yeah, there's a couple of tournaments coming up, but you guys can figure out about all that stuff later. But thanks again for coming, and peace from the Middle East.